Okay. And I don't know if this will be better, guys. We'll give it a shot and see if this turns out better for you guys. It still does get a little pixelated too there, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. I'm watching it here. Let me see. That's a little better, isn't it? So I was doing it at 1080. I think I knocked it down to 720, which seems to help it out a little bit. You know, I'd hate to go down to 480, but I can if it would end up being a little better there as well. That's one of the reasons why I haven't put the Terwinkle streams online. Yeah, I wish, sir. That would be nice, but yeah. Man, it does look a little better, doesn't it? A little better. Oh, right there, George. Eh. Yeah, from what I can see, it looks just a tiny bit better. Bam. There we go. Right, and I still plan on doing that. In fact, I'm going to be recording a episode of Terwinkle on today sometime. And I also have the Roleplay Weekly. Oh, where is he at? Oh, there he is. Ah, dang it. Still, yeah. Okay. Tower number 3. Let's get out of here, George, before it goes up in flames. Got one more tower to go. All right. Oh man, that thing is far away. Okay. This one is a ways away, so we'll try to avoid most trouble. And we'll be shot at here quite a bit, I imagine. Oh, wow. I don't normally get knocked off a Glen, Oh, good gravy. All right. All right. Enough of that. Enough of this. There we go. There we go. Bam. Get him, George. All right. Rhea's child does great. Is that it over there? Hop back on Glenn. Try to go around all this. Look like there is a way around all that. Oh, maybe up here. Yeah, through here is a little safer. Oh, is it that one over there? It's already burned this one. Get around all the lizards. Hello, Hydro. Oh. That's right, just fighting some Dark Iron lookouts here. But as I was saying, also putting out the Roleplay Weekly, which I'll be putting out once a week. Again, highlighting some of the stuff going on around the roleplay community as far as events and guild announcements go. What was that? A passive, protective Pavice. Imagine Pavice is another word for shield. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. I'm going to freeze him up, George. Wing. Bam. Zorch. In the face. More dark iron scraps. Around the corner. Here we go. There we go. All right. Let's get out of here before we catch on fire. Hop on Glen. There we go. 2 Turwinkle quests completed today. Oh, good gravy. George, help me, George. Oh, good Lord. Can I blink back up here? Can Glenn climb back up? Nope. Okay, maybe I can blink up there. Let's give it a shot. Okay, blink. Nope. Okay, we're on this little ledge here. Oh my good Lord. Okay. All right, here we go. Hang on, Turwinkle. I could have, you know what? I could have just hit slow fall. Just jump down there. Didn't have to do all that getting hurt stuff. Oh, good gravy. Who's that? Okay, that's just a magma elemental. How do we get out of here? Well, this... Or you know what we can do? Duh. Good old Hearthstone. Bada boom, bada bing. There we are. And it never happened. Wow. Okay. I will. Looks like you know how to light things on fire. An admiral trait in any gnome for sure. Really? Is that a... I had no idea that was a trait gnomes were known for. Goblins maybe, but not gnomes. Alright, well it looks like we have a great quest for the... Actually, oh, it is gather 200 dark iron bullets. How many do we have right now? 76. So we're actually not too far away from... oh, and there's crates and stuff you can get bullets from. Looks like... Ooh! Looks like we get a new ring from this quest. So... folks, what you need to do is look for the YouTube adventure on that, where Turwinkle's going to continue his adventures on YouTube today, and I'll get that recorded and uploaded sometime tonight. So coming up next, we have what I'm gonna do here is another year of Banished. That's right, we're gonna let another year go by. We'll see how the Turnwinkle town fares in the Banished world, and so I will get that set up. So if you folks will hang on for just a second as I get that all set up and get ready to roll. So feel free to grab yourself something to drink, something to snack on. We'll come back, we'll do another year in Banished and have some fun there. So let's let George go for now. Well done, George. Good job today, sir. And we'll see you in a little bit. And and you too, Turwinkle. You did an excellent job, sir. And Turwinkle, we will see you later this afternoon. We'll miss you too, Turwinkle. Bye-bye. All right. So, again, what we'll do is we'll get Banished all set up, and then we'll do another year of Banished. So hang in there, folks, and we'll be right back with that. Yeah, that's about right, sir. This game can be very, very hard. And like I said, just give me a few moments here, folks. And like I said, I'll be right back and we'll get started on Banished. Another fun year here, and hopefully we'll do well. No one will die. Alrighty, and we're back. And oh, hello, Don. Jado, how are you? All right. And let us see here. Go into here. Edit this again. Oh, get up at 5. Holy smokes. Yeah, today's my long day as well. I've got my 24-hour day. So, now how's the music, guys? Is it too loud? Because if it's too loud, I can turn it down. Okay, good. All right, so let us load up Tarwinkle Town. Boy, really, you don't hear any... Let's see. Options. Well, I can turn it up a little bit. There we go. Apply. Okay. Resume. Okay. Well, that's, I think, the most important part, isn't it? Just being able to hear me. Not really. People are like, no, we'd rather just hear the game, John. All right. So let us see where we're at here. It is early spring. Sorry, we've got our squash field here. We've got our potato field. We've got our peach trees growing. Remember, our little tree is growing a little bit here as well. People are happy. We're content. We've got a 3-year-old here. And again, as soon as these kids start growing older, we're going to want to build, like this 10-year-old is getting pretty old for the game anyway. So once they turn into an adult, we're going to want to have some houses ready. And so it wouldn't hurt us to build one more house. So let us go ahead and do that. We're going to close this. We're going to build one more home here. We're going to need a couple builders for that. So we'll go over here. And so let us take a couple of our gatherers and one of our hunters. Oh, we only need 2, so put that back and another put a gatherer back. And let those builders build that house. Oh, look at this. Our squash are starting to come up already. And the potatoes. See, they're just little tiny plants. So well done there, guys. All right, now, we've got everything rolling right along. And I think we have this just on cut right now. So they're just out cutting trees down right now. How's our log supply doing? We have 3 logs, so not the best. So, oh, it looks like he's clearing the spot there. He cut down that little tree. So probably a couple twigs there. That was a pretty small tree. Oh, he's got to clear. Yeah, he's got to clear. Oh, man. Got that little one down. There we go. And again, as you recall, nice path into the woods there. There's our hunting lodge, our forester lodge, and our gatherers. Go out and gather all the berries and mushrooms and whatnot. So a nice sunny day here. Nice 55 degrees. We're in spring now. And they're just growing our fields, and so we got to make sure the warehouse is nice and full. Again, it looks like we got plenty of squash, some potatoes. The peaches won't be ready for probably another 2 years. But then we'll be able to start harvesting peaches, which will be nice. So let's see, how are we doing here? They have yet to start. Oh, we're going to probably need more stone here eventually. Oh, and there's some iron over here too. That is iron. Oh, there's a big rock of stone right back here. There's a bunch of stone back here. Okay, let's gather up. Let us gather up the stone back here. Gather that up. And we'll gather up this iron as well. Well, that one tree is kind of leaning there. All right, and everybody's busy, so oh, it looks like he's coming to get the stone. Because he doesn't have anything to build, so what he'll do is he'll automatically start gathering stone. There he goes. Now, speaking of which, and there's some more stone out here, so we'll get that all picked up as well. Get all these stones picked up. We are going to need a blacksmith eventually, because our tools are starting to get a little low. And we're going to need a tailor as well, as our clothes also are getting a little low. So, and one of the other kids has grown up now and is an adult. Again, we got to give them a place to live so that they can have more kids and continue growing the population. And we are out of logs, because they've used the logs for that. So we're going to selective cut now. So I want to get this leaning tree because it could be dangerous. So we're going to harvest this tree. Oh, just want the one tree. Okay, I'm not doing this right. And that. And then right click. Is it? Oh, there we go. You got a left click. So I want that leaner tree, and this one is leaning pretty good, so I'll get that one. Left click. This one's kind of leaning. So we'll harvest that one. Let's harvest that one. That one. I like those trees in there. Those are pretty. Got a lot of trees growing out here. Well, let's get this one too. Okay, so we got some trees marked. And so hopefully... Oh, I'm doing great. How are you? Yeah, this is such a fun game. what we're doing here today is we're doing just another year is all. And I think that's the way we'll play it. We'll just do it 1 year at a time, and that should be fun. Doing a little... We're doing a little selective logging here today, because we have another house we want to build here. And again, I'm thinking we're going to need the blacksmith for tools here pretty soon. So, look at all that iron over there. That's pretty good. I mean, we got a ton of iron around here. Just great. Hello, Insunamivity. How are you? All right. So again, the peach trees are coming along nicely. And look at that, squash is coming up great. So are the potatoes. Boy, we're going to be loving winter this year. We got 687 stored food. And that's like venison and mushrooms and onions and roots. Oh, I love the roots. The roots are great. They go great with baked potatoes. All right. So how are we doing here? Just 2 more logs. 2 more logs. It looks like we've got them coming now, and they're going to build that house up. So let us see. What do we want next? We've got our well, just in case a fire breaks out. We don't have a school or a hospital or a chapel or a cemetery. Hopefully we won't need the cemetery for a little bit. But I really think we're going to need a blacksmith. That's going to cost us yeah, and there they go. They're building the new house there. So the blacksmith is going to be going to take quite a bit of stone, quite a bit of wood to do. Right, as soon as I get done building this house, I'm going to put those foresters back to work. We'll get we got plenty of firewood ready for the winter. It is now late spring. Boy, that sneaks up on you fast, doesn't it? Okay. Or should I build a fisher's? You know, I might build... Yeah, it certainly costs a lot less on the resources. Why don't we do that? And where would we put that? That would go... Well, I don't want to... I want to put, I think, the trading post here. So maybe the fishing place a little further down the river. And again, this is going to cost quite a bit, but I think it's going to be really helpful. We'll make a road out to that. There we go. So they'll get to work and they'll clear all that stuff out and gather up a few more logs. And we'll start working on our fisherman's hut. This fish is another great source of nutrition. And hey, fish is brain food, so... Boy, look at our squash. They're looking great. Doing a great job on that. Potatoes look nice. And peaches are growing. Again, won't be able to gather the peaches for quite a while because the trees have to mature before they can produce fruit. Okay, so she's going to be building the pathway, basically. Who is that? That is... Oh, Yarity. Yarity is at 4 health, which is pretty good. She's pretty happy. Oh, and she's gathering up that little bush there. And again, what I really like about this game is that if somebody is, their job isn't requiring them at the moment, they will go and help out other folks. Like she will chop down, Yardy will just pick up an axe and just chop down the tree on top of herself. Holy smokes, be careful, Yardy. But everybody helps out in the town. The kids, as soon as they get old enough, they pick up a pick or a shovel or an axe and they go to work as well. Everybody helps out. Women, men, everybody pitches in. And again, it's a very peaceful game, very nice, except when people are dying of the plague, but for the most part, pretty nice. And again, get way up here. Our little town has grown so nicely. Oh, somebody's already moved into our house. Wow, okay. Some folks already moved into the new house we built. Which is great. Okay. Again, it's like a little look at our little tree. He's doing great. And I like even the little trees when they fall, they still make the giant tree crashing noise. That's right. That's right, Liazor. Yeah, way to go. Way to go, Yardy. Jeez. All right. So it's early summer now. And again, the plants are growing great. We should start eventually. Again, we're out of logs. So let us go. We're going to assign more folks to the forester. Because we do have an extra laborer here. So let us go down to the forester. Put him in there. Again, they are on straight cutting mission. If we look at it here, we have cut 50 logs in the previous season. We are right now at 37 logs. So we're doing really well. And we're getting a lot of logs cut. We have a lot of firewood. I may stop because we have a ton of firewood. How much firewood do we have? Okay, we're pretty much at our max on firewood, so they'll stop. Oh, Layla? Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, Layla. But yeah, we're pretty much... This game is about, I want to say it's about maybe 2 years old. I saw it when Quill18 started a Let's Play on it. And again, it was designed by one guy, or 2014. It was designed, so yeah, about 2 years old. Designed by one guy. One guy made this game. And it's an awesome, awesome game. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty brutal. If you don't get that food coming in right away, people get they get sick and they do starve to death, and it's kind of sad. But we've done really well here so far in the first couple of years, and so again, we should be stopping the wood cutting here pretty soon because we're almost at max here. And they don't certainly use as much in the summertime when it's 80 degrees outside. Where is, oh, there it is. Okay, so 16 stone and 30 logs is what we're going to need to build the fishing dock. Again, that's another great source of food for the folks. I think you can fish on it all year round, which is nice. Saw a tree come down out here. And as soon as we get enough logs for the... Oh, right. Right, I love those games too. Roller Coaster Tycoon has always been a favorite of mine. I played another game, it was by Bullfrog, and it was just like that. And had a lot of fun with it as well. But as I was saying, as soon as we get enough logs for the fishing dock, I'll put the foresters back on planting and cutting. That way, they're not just cutting everything down, but they'll start planting trees again. As you can see, as you look around here, little trees start growing on their own as, you know, seeds and stuff from the trees fall and whatnot. So they do grow on their own. It is a renewable resource. Dungeon Keeper 2, yeah. That is a game that I've always really liked. It certainly has kind of an evil twist to it. But it's the same concept, build rooms and monsters and whatnot. So let's see, how are we doing here? 2 logs of 30, so we got 28 more logs to go. And it looks like we are at max. Good. We have 400 wood ready for the winter. 400 firewood ready for the winter. So I think we're good there. And as soon as it gets colder and stuff, we'll keep it on. Well, hello, Skylander 5D. How are you? All right, we are doing very well. Our families, let's see, we've got a couple here, so hopefully they will have a kid soon. Not sure what's happening here, where Tessica's mate is. This is a nice couple. They have a 4-year-old child. Oh, look at this. They got some mushrooms, some onions, berries, venison, and some firewood. And this nice couple have 2 kids, and one actually is old enough to be out on her own. And so we may have to get another house here eventually. And I forget what age they can move out at. I think it's like 11 or something. And 2 kids here. So lots of kids, which is good. 8 kids, which is really good because, again, you want to keep that population growing. You don't want to get stagnant because if adults die and you can't have any more kids, then you're in trouble and your town will die. You can upgrade houses to stone houses. It's pretty steep right now for us. And again, our stone is getting a little low. So let's see here. There's some more stone out here. Again, we can kind of pick through the stone. Some more logs incoming for the fishing dock. Boy, look at those fields. They're looking great. Just about ready to harvest the potatoes. And the squash aren't too far behind. Thank you, Layla. Have a great day. And thank you so much for joining us. And again, the peach trees will continue to grow, and we'll continue to work on that. Now, what we'll do for the next year is we will swap, so we'll rotate our crop here, and I think that helps the crop. I think if you grow a crop in a field too long, it does something different to the soil, so you want to rotate your crops. Yeah, Cog Spring. I played, I think, the first Neverwinter game, and that was pretty fun. I played with it for a little bit. I've always enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons, and so I always thought they did a great job with the franchise. All right, 12 of 30. We're just about halfway there on our logs. Again, it's been a really nice summer. Not many rainy days. And things are starting to look a little logged out over here. So some of these trees will have to grow eventually. And again, once we get our logs for our fishing dock, we'll put them back on planting as well. So right now we just have them on cutting the... oh, and we're harvesting potatoes. That's right. So potatoes are being harvested. That's right, putting the potatoes in for our winter stores. Because it is late summer. As you can see, temperatures are starting to go down a little bit. And boy, the squash is just about ready to be harvested. And you want to get those harvested before it gets too cold, or you'll lose some of your crop as well. So I want to make sure that gets harvested in time. But I think we have plenty of time to do that. Because she's going to looks like she's getting ready to harvest it, and that is Lysandra. Did a great job on the squash fields. Oh, she's harvesting right now. So we're getting our squash. So plenty of squash soup, butternut squash soup. Baked potatoes this year. Got lots of venison in here. Hunters are doing some work. Let's see, there's still plenty of deer out here as well. So hopefully we're not decimating any herds. Let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah, we're way outpacing our season from last season. Or from last year. So they are doing well. And we also, what's important also is we do have some leather available for clothing. And so we'll be able to make some clothing as well. Because, how are we looking on clothes? Starting to get low on clothes. So I think after we make the fishing dock, same thing with the tools. We're going to have to make our tailor and our blacksmith. And again, wood really seems to be the issue here. The logs, we're over halfway now on getting enough logs for the fishing dock. And it is now early autumn, folks. Boy, that from spring to autumn went fairly quick. I noticed a lot of folks gathering up some stuff for their stores and their houses. Boy, this family is pretty big. Oh, they just had a kid. Nice. So they have taken quite a bit of stuff. See, so each house gathers up some stuff from the storehouse, so they have a variety there. And that keeps the folks happy. We want to keep these folks happy as well. So if they get depressed and stuff, they tend to get sick and not want to be around. So potatoes are done. for the summer. So we have 199 of those left. We have lots of squash coming in. And the peach trees are looking nice with old Perald is doing a good job on the peach trees. So hopefully we'll see a nice peach. That'll be great for everybody. Some peaches next year. Hopefully next year, maybe the year after. Who is this? This is a child that's Eleni. She's playing in the peach field. And we have Berto. He's also playing, not educated. Oh boy. So we're going to have to, again, a school as well. Except this child is educated. So homeschooled. Again, Carly. This is idle. Everyone likes to hang around the well. Imagine all these kids are dropping rocks and stuff down in there. Come on, kids, get away from the well. Don't throw rocks in there. All right. So, I like the further you get away from town, too, the music gets real quiet. You hear more just the wilderness. Lots of deer out here. You get higher up and you hear the wind blowing, like you're just up on a mountainside or up in the clouds. Hey, you hear that? There's our little town. Look at that. Working hard. Early autumn. We got all our squash in. It's got about 400 squash, so that's great. So this year, we're going to turn this field into squash and this one into potato. So for year 3, we'll just we'll rotate the crops there. What we also need to consider as well is we will eventually run out of rocks and stuff to gather. And so let's see how we're doing on the wood. Oh, just 3 more and they're going to start the fishing dock. But you can build a quarry, and that'll help gather up stone as well. It's Tessica. She did a great job. Looks like she's cutting wood as needed. All right, so soon we should be able to turn the foresters back on. Just 3 more logs, guys. 3 more logs. And as you can see, the leaves are starting to turn color because now we're in autumn. Such a pretty game. And there's Genevieve, 14. She's a builder. Probably going out to pick up some logs, maybe? No, she picked up, what'd she pick up? Oh, she's just helping out until, yes, that's right. Winter is coming, folks. But I think we're better prepared for it this year than we were in the first year. Here comes some more logs for the fishing dock. We have plenty of stores in the storage building. Lots of venison, lots of squash, some potatoes are still left, lots of mushrooms. Again, the coats and the tools are starting to get low. It is not snowing here, though they are saying snow here in the next couple of days. So we should be seeing some snow as well here in the next couple of days, Cog Spring. In fact, it's kind of cloudy, kind of sunny, partly cloudy today. It's been rainy off and on, so we should... Oh, look at this. Here it is. They're starting to build it. Great. So now we can go up here. We can turn the foresters back onto plant as well. So we'll do a little bit of both. As we've been harvesting enough trees. And again, we're full on firewood. Plenty of firewood, hopefully, through this winter. And we'll continue to bring in wood as necessary. But again, we want to be planting trees as well and not just cutting them all down. It looks like there's plenty of logs to pick up out there, though. And let's make sure we've got enough builders on the... enough builders on our... We do. Woodcutter. So we're just short of a few people here and there. And so we got to kind of wait on the kids to grow up so we can get a few more workers to specialize in like fishing and whatnot. And a cold rain has come in. Again, very, very relaxing game at this point. We want to think of maybe making a doctor as well in case somebody gets sick. So much to do. Almost completed. You're doing a great job, Genevieve. Oh, plenty of deer. Again, you don't want to kill them all off. You want them to allow them to have fun and whatnot, so you can continue having a resource. Or you're going to run out of deer. So you don't want to kill everything there. It seems like the game is pretty plentiful. We've got some over here as well, some deer, and some deer in here. So we've got plenty of deer. Again, we don't want to go through and butcher them all, though. All right, starting to get cold, 37 degrees. And of course, raining. All right. Oh, here we go. Fishing dock is up. So let us get a couple fishermen. There's nothing to build right now. So a couple fishermen to start fishing, and we'll add fish to the menu. All right, it is late autumn, and the leaves have fallen off our trees. Even our little guy over here. He looks like a little stick out there. But boy, he's grown pretty good. And Perold. He's got the rougher job of the two farmers. So he's got to constantly be working on the peach trees, keep them safe. The old cough switch there. Oh, Perold's going to get something to eat. So he's going home to grab a meal. And right back to work. Way to go, Perold. That's what we like. Doesn't dilly-dally, just goes right back to work. All right. Oh, And there they are. They're fishing. What do we got here? We got Adele and Genevieve. Hey, look at Adele is fishing for us. Singing and fishing. 26 is starting to get up there in age, so keep an eye on Adele there. Oh, late autumn, and it looks like an early freeze. It's gotten pretty cold. It's below freezing, 31 degrees. So it's a little cold outside. All right, now we'll start seeing that firewood being used up. And we have 11 kids, and oh, look at the first snow of the year is here. That's right, in late autumn we got a first snow. And our first batch of fish is coming in. I don't think we have fish yet. Here he comes with the first fish. That's Kaiman. Again, Kaiman is done with the potato field, and so he's picking up and doing some other work. Again, I always like that. I like that a lot. That they don't just wait, that they actually stay active and find things to do. Well, this might be a long winter if it's started already. And there we go, 12 fish. And I think that's Tessica coming with another load of fish. So this is going to be a great food resource for us. As you can see, they keep fishing as we're going along. Whoop. They're bringing in some berries. And again, just going about their work out here. And trees will fall over on their own due to, you know, old age and whatnot. Yes, it has. Well, it's still late autumn, actually. So, again, this is going to be, I think, a long winter for Town Turwinkle. Again, a very pretty game. But don't those houses look cozy? They look cozy to me. What is she doing out here? Cordelia, what are you doing? She's working. What's she doing? Let's see what Cordelia does here. What are you doing, Cordelia? Now there are no enemies in this game, like wild animals will attack her or orcs will come running out of the woods or anything like that. Again, you know, it's the disease, starvation, the cold. Those are all the enemies. What is she? She is after something. I don't know what she's doing. Let's see. Cordelia, what are you doing? Oh, she's a hunter. Okay. So she's hunting. Okay. So it's early winter now. in 25 degrees. Boy, that's pretty chilly. So still plenty of firewood. Looks like the foresters have gathered some iron. Oh, I know. I am certainly wanting a white Christmas, and it doesn't look like we're going to get one either. Because it says, it'll snow and then rain, snow and then rain, but maybe towards this weekend they're saying some snow. So hopefully. All right, lots of fish coming in, which is great. Boy, our stockpile is starting to get very full. And our wood has gone down somewhat. And we do have a little stockpile of logs. Again, I'd like to stockpile a few more logs as we go along because, again, we have a few buildings to make here within the next year because we are running out of tools and clothing. So we're going to need another house here eventually. He's working? It doesn't look like he's working. It looks like he's staring in the window there. Christopher, what are you doing over there? Who is he looking at? Who's in there? Oh, that's his house. Is he looking at his... Who is he looking at? I'm not sure what he was doing there. Okay. It's weird. All right. I listen to the quiet of the woods. If you've ever been out in the woods in the middle of winter, it's a pretty awesome thing. I've done a lot of hunting in my day, and when you're out there in the middle of the forest and you just sit there and listen, it's pretty awesome. And it makes you wonder how a lot of those frontiers folks did it. Those poor deer. They're like, this was our home. You guys took our home. I'm worried they're going to kill all the deer off. I don't want them to do that. I do want, like a nice little balance between, nature and civilization. So let's see what our foresters have been up to. Again, they have, look at that, 91 logs, 18 iron, and 13 stone this season. So they're kind of knocking it out of the ballpark, and we're not even full on those folks. So I used to quite a bit growing up. I used to do a lot of hunting. My dad and I would go out hunting all the time. Not so much these days, just because I live in Spokane and in Washington. It's a lot more expensive to hunt. My brother, however, and my sister, they all live in Idaho, and my sister lives in Montana. They do a lot of hunting with their kids and whatnot, and they do a great job. I think all of them pretty much bagged a deer this year, and nothing, oh man. Venison is, if you folks have not tried venison, oh, it is so good. Or backstrap, as it's called. It is very, very good. It's delicious. My dad would get an elk and a deer every year, and it helps support the family because you can get a lot of meat from an elk and a lot of meat from a deer as well, and you just freeze that for the winter. And we would eat elk meat and hamburger, and we'd raise our pigs, and we'd have ham and sausage and stuff like that we made on our own. So it's definitely a different way to live than folks like we do here in Spokane, where you just go to the grocery store, because not everybody can afford to do that. And we had 4 kids in our family, and Dad worked in a lumber mill and never wanted for anything, but they knew how to make ends meet, and part of that was hunting and duck hunting and that sort of thing. And hunting, if done properly, is a responsible way of maintaining the ecosystem of the forest. Not too many deer are eating off the land where they're all starving to death, and so by maintaining proper herds and whatnot, you can maintain the ecosystem in a forest. All right. Well, it is now winter. We are full on in winter. And again, we are out of logs. Well, certainly, yeah, a lot of the conditions that chickens and cattle live in are horrible, and pigs is absolutely horrible. And, if people were, more reliant on, living off, kind of, quote unquote, living off the land, as it were. And again, doing so responsibly. The state only gives out so many tags, so many licenses and whatnot. To maintain the proper quality and quantity of wildlife. Those folks that are poaching illegally, that's horrible. Right. Exactly, Cogspring. Trophy hunting, is, never a good thing. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are some predators out there that, a state will, in the wildlife department, will determine that, say, there are too many cougars in a certain area, and so they will allow hunters to go out and hunt some of the cougars to, again, keep that balance of the ecosystem. So, it depends on how you're doing that. If you're doing it legally, then I have no problem with it. If you're doing it illegally, and you're doing it just to, again, have a head on a wall or a rug on the floor, then yeah, that's never a good thing. But I think it's important to manage wildlife and do so responsibly and in a responsible manner. Really, I had no idea. Oh, hey, my sister, let me tell you, she makes her own arrows and is an awesome bow hunter. Her husband, my brother-in-law, is a wonderful bow hunter as well. And I couldn't do it just because I'm not that good with a bow and would be worried about just injuring an animal. But they are awesome. And my nephew has won several state competitions in Montana for bow shooting or archery bow shooting. Yeah, bow shooting for archery, and he does such an awesome job. In fact, just so you folks know, my sister and their family, they're in Montana. They're building their house. They have 20 acres they just bought. They're building their own house. And they were actually going to make, and they had several episodes filmed from, what channel was it? It was like Discovery or one of those channels, because they go out and gather antlers and collect bones and stuff. And they had dogs that could sniff out antlers and that sort of thing. And it was quite a show that they were going to do. And I don't think it ever got picked up, but they do that as well. Gather antlers and stuff that, the elk rub off, and some amazing artwork that they make with that. I'll hopefully get a chance to see my sister this weekend at the big Christmas Eve party for the family. I have 2 sisters and a brother, and I'm the oldest. And we are a close family, which is always nice. Now, sometimes those large families, they aren't as close, but we've got a really close family. I've never had any issues with my mom and dad other than, your normal issues, but still love them and respect them to death. All right, well, it is late winter. We're getting ready for spring anytime now. It's been pretty cold the entire time. I know last episode, a lot of the we had a warm spot in there and everything greened up, and then it snowed again. But we haven't had that this winter. It's been pretty. I haven't been doing anything. I've just been sitting here yapping. But it's pretty much been self-sufficient for now. Our wood pile, firewood, has done really well this winter. And our food situation has been awesome. So we're good on all those fronts. But again, we are getting low on tools. And we are getting low on clothes as well. And so we are going to need to make those two in the next episode. In the next year. Again, we don't have any logs. Been cutting those logs up for firewood. And look at this. It is warming up a little bit. We may have 1 or 2 more flurries left in the late winter, but looks like things are warming up. And we are getting ready for the new year to come around here. And then that's when we'll call it a day. But Turnwinkle Town, it did nicely through this winter. We got our fishing dock set up. And we've been gathering fish. We have 89 fish in the storage barn there. Lots of little trees are planted throughout, which is good to see. Means we're going to have, here in a couple of years, some grown trees to replace some of these trees that we've chopped down already. And we still have some deer floating around here. So again, hopefully our hunters aren't killing too many of the deer too quickly. Late winter. All right. And our gatherers has been doing a great job as well. Let's see how they've done. Oh yeah, look at that. 500 berries compared to 198. I mean, we've done really well at the gathering this year. Again, if you play this game, that is a great way. What you want to do is build that gatherer's hut right away. We waited a little too long on that, but get that going, and that's going to help sustain your people that first year and beyond. So, and gives you time to build the fishing dock, get your fields up and running, and your orchard, of course. All right. We may drop, because we did so well on the fuel, on the firewood, we may drop that down to 300. Because I don't think we'll drop that down to 300. And we'll see how that does. If we have to up it, we'll just up it. See, and that tree just fell over. Which I guess is a shame in and of itself, because you weren't able to utilize it for logs. All right, guys. Well, there it is. We are here in spring. So we're going to save Turnwinkle Town here. Oh, save. We did a great job. Oh, it really is, Tensha. It is very, well, for now. Once you start getting into some issues, like we've got to get that tailor built so we don't run out of clothes for our adults. And we got to get our blacksmith built. And those are pretty heavy on resources. And so Well, hello, Ricky121212. Welcome. So we got to get those things built this next year. If we don't, we're going to run out of tools and we're going to run out of clothes, and people are going to get cold. And because they have the basic clothes, but the clothes that you make are the warmer clothes that they can get through the winter with. And so we got to get that going. We do have some leather stored up, so we can make some of those. We also have to educate our kids because there are some jobs down the line that you need some education with. We'll need everything as we go along. So things do kind of ramp up a little bit, the bigger population that you get. And so we're going to need more houses and that sort of thing. We'll eventually get our trading post set up as well, and we're able to trade with people up and down the river and get maybe some different seeds and things like that so we can, yeah, there is a lot to do. But we're going to just take it 1 year at a time and have a fun time doing that. And I won't be able to play this every day because I do have to sleep during the day. These are my days off, and this is my big 24-hour day. And but I will be doing at the very least, every morning at 10 o'clock until I beat it, the Chainsaw Warrior. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go and record an episode of The Adventures of Turnwinkle. I also have to put up the roleplay weekly, and so, we'll get that put up as well today. And yeah, so there's lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff to keep us busy. And we may come back and stream tonight, guys. I'd like to do some more Heroes of the Storm. And hey, maybe if Tark isn't busy, we can do some PlanetSide 2 or something along those lines. Hey, maybe even, some Left Behind. Watch Tark and I fight some zombies? I don't know. We'll see. Well, what I will do is I will put that up on the Twitter about an hour before I get ready. And so I'm thinking probably around 5 or 6 Pacific time. And, we'll see if we can talk Tark into it. And see if we can talk him into doing some Left Behind. I had so much fun with the elaborate Quattro and that, and so maybe we'll see if we can get a few people in on that and do some Left Behind. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it, and it was a lot of fun. And we got some Turnwinkle adventures in. We got a little Chainsaw Warrior action. Again, didn't even get halfway through that deck before some mines got me in the end there, and some Banished. I think I had another great year in Banished. Did really well. Like I said, we got our fishing dock up, and that was a lot of fun. We're working on that cog spring. We may have something in the works there, so keep your eye out. Yeah, thank you, Tensha. It was good to have you. Alrighty, guys. Well, look for those adventures on the Adventures of Turnwinkle on YouTube at Palmer Bomber 1, and we will catch you guys later tonight. So bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.